Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Food with Dottie. Today we will be making vegetarian chili. There are tons of recipes out there for vegetarian chili, so feel free to modify this recipe in any way that you like. I usually make vegetarian chili with a fake ground beef that's made out of soy, and you can find it in your grocery store next to tofu. However, I've been actually trying to cut back on my intake of soy, so there's no tofu in this recipe. But the fake stuff does taste good, and you might decide that you want to add it. For any recipe that I do on Food with Dottie, I encourage you to play with the measurements and play with the ingredients and come up with something that you really like. That's my favorite part about cooking. I like messing with the recipes that already exist and coming up with something that really suits my taste. For example, this chili is a little bit spicy, and if you don't particularly like spicy food, you can just reduce the amount of jalapenos you put into it. So here are the ingredients you will need for this specific vegetarian chili. 1 chopped onion, 4 cloves of chopped garlic, 1 chopped green pepper, 2 chopped jalapenos, 2 chopped canned chipotle peppers, 2 cans of sweet corn, 2 cans of fire-roasted diced tomatoes, 2 cans of beans of your choice. I chose to use dark and light kidney beans. And lastly, chili powder, salt, and pepper. Whenever I chop onions, my eyes water like crazy, and I looked up this little trick that you can do, and it's basically just washing the onion. So after you peel it, wash it off, and you'll kind of feel a slimy residue on the outside, and make sure all of that's off. And once you start chopping it, that chemical that gets into your nose and your eyes that makes you cry, most of it will be gone, and you will not cry as much. Another trick to remember when peeling garlic is you can use the flat end of a knife to just kind of smash it. Once you do that, it's much easier to peel. Okay, so once you've gathered all your ingredients together, you can start cooking. You're going to get a large pot, and you're going to cover the bottom of it with olive oil and bring it to a medium-high heat. Then you're going to add the garlic and the onions and start stirring. You're going to do that for about 4 to 5 minutes until the onions are translucent. Then you're going to add your spices, your chili powder, your pepper, and your salt. You're going to mix that together until you can start to really smell it. Then you can add your chili peppers and your jalapenos. After that, you can add the rest of your ingredients, your beans, your corn, and your pepper. Mix that all together really well, and then reduce it to a low heat and cover it. Let that simmer for about 20 minutes. Top it off with a little bit of sour cream and cheese, and you've got yourself some delicious vegetarian chili. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Food with Dottie. If you have any questions or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. One big suggestion you all have been giving me is to get better sound equipment, because it sounds kind of echoey in my kitchen. And I totally agree. Just a matter of time before I can purchase the equipment, but I promise I will have better sound soon. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you next week.